everybody, what is up? You may remember that a little while back we had a vote about which older K-pop song you guys wanted us to react to and review, and we did tally up all of those votes. I know it's been a little while, but we were waiting for a time where there weren't a lot of new K-pop releases, and here are the results. As you can see, Sexy Free and Single by Super Junior was the highest vote getter, and that's the song we're going to be reviewing today. We've changed up the format a little bit because I'm pretty sure we and you guys have all seen a lot of these music videos many times, so there's no real point in doing an initial reaction to it, so we've chopped that part out of the video and we're just going to go right to the review. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this slightly modified format. We're still going to do reactions / reviews in the old way to any new K-pop songs that come out, so don't worry. So anyway, let's jump right in and review Sexy Free and Single. Okay, I know I didn't even get 3 seconds into the video, but that horrible sound effect, I don't even know why it's in the music video, especially at the beginning, because like, if you had your speakers turned up from the day before, or you were listening to a quieter song on a playlist, and then this comes on, it will drill a hole in your eardrums. I don't know why it's here. That's just the one part of the song that I think is an epic failure. I hate it. But the rest of the song I think is really good, so we'll move past that fail and keep going. Every single day try, I'm gonna stop it right here. Listen to the unison vocals. Super Junior, I think, does this better than any other group. I know I've talked about this a lot in other Super Junior reaction videos, but their group vocal sound, the sound of them singing together in choruses or harmonies or unison parts like this, I just think the odd mix of voices that they have a lot of unique voices in the group, but when they all come together, it just blends beautifully and it sounds so full and so cool. And whoever's recording them too, to manage that many voices all at once, I mean, I don't know how many members actually recorded vocals for this song, 9, 10 plus, I don't know, a whole bunch of people. And to get all of those vocals perfectly tucked in the mix and sounding so cool, that's just something that Super Junior is really good at, and SM recording them is extremely good at.
It seems like Super Junior is one of those groups that always has a wide range of harmonies going on. I mean, you have a lot of members in this group. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head how many members were in the group at this time. It's between 9 and 12, that's all I know. Everyone's voice seems to be layered perfectly, and I really like the harmonies in this song. It always sticks in my head and always makes you want to sing.
So try to pay close attention and see whose voice actually sticks out the most to you in the unison parts. I know right now I'm hearing a lot of Donghae and Kyuhyun, but if you really listen hard, you can hear pretty much every single member's voice contributing to the whole sound. So that's just something that right off the bat makes a huge statement. It's really cool. Let's keep going. Who are you hearing the most there?
Sexy free and single, 이제 준비는 완료. Sexy free and single,
I'm gonna stop it there and go back a little bit.
I like how on when the guys sing, I like the little phase effect that's going on in their voice. I think it's a cool theme for the song.
Listen to the vocal effect they've got on Siwon's voice right here.
Sexy free and single, 이제 준비는 완료.
They got that weird sub frequency going on, and then the subliminal shirtless shot.
쌀이 갖는 건 재미없잖아. 좀 더 높게 세게 라라라라라 위에서 박현되는.
It's like a hoedown a little bit with the dance going on there. Another thing I really like is hearing Super Junior sing lower parts. They're fantastic singers with amazing range, but they really shine singing low too. I'm gonna stop right there.
And I actually like how everyone's parts are laid out. I feel like everyone has about an even amount of time singing. Now I feel like Yoonhak and Leeteuk and Ryeowook maybe, they have a little more singing parts. But I mean, overall, I don't think anyone really steals the spotlight in terms of singing time. I mean, Shindong doesn't really get as much singing time, but Shindong's not really much. He's not the biggest singer in the group. He does more of kind of a rap section. in that essence, I think they did well on the spacing between everyone's singing parts, and I think the way everyone's singing awesome. I would say it just works. It flows really well. The singing's on pace. They don't go too high. They don't go too low. They don't go too loud. They don't go too quiet. Everyone's voice is just right for the song.
I'm going to run it back a little bit and talk about the vocal layering and the progression of it that they do in this song. Generally, you want songs to have a lot of movement. You want them to build and go somewhere and keep it interesting. And this song is a great example of that. Even here in the first verse, they're already building stuff, adding interest. And listen to how they do this. Everything's really sort of unison and just one voice. I mean, there are a lot of layers in there, but they're all singing the same part, basically. Listen to how they start with that. Then they go to a part where they have spoken vocals under the singing, and then they go into the next section with like full epic, huge, wide-sounding harmonies. So it's like single voice, single and talking, like some other stuff going on, and then just full out like wall of sound. It's really clever. Single voice. Talking below. Single voice, but then really cool. I also like how the backing track here kind of just goes to like a 4 on the floor, but it's not like a pushing, pumping dance track. It's just sort of a basic held back 4 on the floor. And then this next part here, they use dynamics. They really change the feel of the song again. Listen to how they go from a really dense mix to just basically a very singular, stripped down, single focus type thing here. It really changes the feel, and it's kind of abrupt. But again, it gives the song dynamics, so it's not all really high, really loud, and it's not all really low, really subdued and soft. Simple percussion, a little bit of sound effects and the synths, and vocals. Some dissonant harmonies they add in. Then here they kick in with the full synthesizers. Percussion's really cool, it's groovy. And it's just little stuff like that. I'm going to run it back a little bit. Listen to these harmonies. It's an almost unimportant little part, but they make it so cool and add so much to the song with it. Listen to this. Just cool stuff.
I also really like the call and response during the verses there, when like Donghae is singing, he's going dun 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 dun. I like that, like the back and forth kind of going back. I think it's a really awesome thing to do, and I think it always works well in pop songs because it keeps you interested. It changes the verse up a bit because you don't want the first and second verse to sound exactly the same. You want to add a little spice to each verse, so it just seems like a little different and it doesn't seem boring. I think that's what also makes a very good song in general. You want to keep changing up everything, but while you're keeping it the same, you want to add a little flavor to it to keep your attention. So you know how SM is they're very focused on the big one room. That's like the whole stereotype with SM is, oh, they only film in like 1 or 2 rooms. We do have a couple of rooms in here, a couple of which are nice. I like the red, like the street shot, the setting for that. I like that. That's a pretty cool set there. And I also like the white room with all like the beams and everything going on everywhere. I think that's a really cool room. I don't really care for the like grayish room that they're in where they're all wearing the black. That's a very boring room if you ask me. We're focusing on the dance, we're focusing on the singers. So I mean, setting I don't think has always been important to SM.
Love his vocal tone. I've said that before. Very husky, full voice. And then you go from that to falsetto. Again, contrast, dynamics. And then back to another power voice. Back to falsetto. Very cool.
So there's a little thing going on in between when the time when we don't see any of the members, you have like this 3D, I don't know, object, like abstract object in the shot, and there you're playing around with the effects of the 3D and breaking it off. I don't know if that really was needed. I think it's a cool thing to have in a video, but I really don't see the relation in the music. I think it's cool that they're doing it with sound effects and everything, but it kind of just seems lost in everything else. But other than that, I think it's a cool object. I think that's really cool, and that's about it.
Also, the other thing, listen in the background, they have a lot of like whooshing synthesizers, like white noise, as well as that sort of a variation on that initial horrible sound effect. Just kind of propagating throughout the track, building the energy in the background. And then again, back to this very robotic monotone part. I just love how they do this part here.
I really like this part. I love the way the instrumentation is going over their voices. It just flows so nice, and it sounds really nice to the ears. And I really like the part where here I can show you right now. It's at 3 minutes for me. Right here. Every time I hear that part, I'm just like, yeah, that sounds awesome. It sounds so good to hear that. And sometimes I've gone back and just listened to the song just to hear that part again. I think that's probably the best part in the song. That's my favorite part of the song. And I just think it works awesome. It works awesome in the song, and I feel like more groups and more songs should just have those little flavorful parts in there, because that's the stuff that's like, that just gels really well.
I'll go back a little bit because I want to comment on the flow. Starting from right here. Monotone, very robotic, kind of boring, rigid. Listen to the backing track. Hear that whooshing effect? Let the best singers in the group really go. Crazy Q-Hun vibrato. A lot of times you would think that vibrato would be horribly out of place in a pop song, but he makes it work. They just make everything work. It's great. Got some ad-libs going on there.
Sexy, free and single, I'm ready to bingo.
Near the end of the song, we have it where it looks like they use a slow-mo cam, and they're just like showing the members jumping up in the air and like turning around in slow motion. Kind of cheesy, and if you ask me, I think it's cool that they have a slow motion camera and they can do like the 360 degree turning. It's kind of cheesy though. I don't know if it was really needed, but it's a cool little effect to throw into near the end of the video, just to show all the members again in a big shot.
I do like the ending too. It's a little strange to have that rhythmic figure at the end, kind of like a Terminator 2 ending. I mean, they are really doing a lot of cool, dissonant, complex vocal harmonies. It might go a little bit unnoticed because of the style of this song, and they're a little more subdued, and they're a little bit made to sound robotic with the effects that they're putting on the voice.
The big thing that I've been watching when I rewatched this video is the choreography. I was paying attention to the choreography the entire time, and I feel like Yunhook is leading the group in this dance, and I really think that the choreography works well. I mean, there are some really cool moves in there. Everyone's like pretty tight. I mean, there are some spots that I believe someone wasn't really like on cue there, so they kind of just said, okay, well, this is the best shot that we have, we're going to use it. But other than that, this is awesome choreography. I never really thought about it when I was watching this video, or any other times I watched this video. I mean, that never came to mind. I would just focus on the vocals. But this choreography is actually really, really good. Super Junior is one of those groups where you have all these people, and the choreography works around that many people, and I feel like it works well. This works for them, It works for the style of the music, and it just works overall. Now, the choreography is good, but I would say that for the most part, there are some shots where this works. But for the most part, I don't know what's going on with Super Junior's outfits. Definitely a oddity, if you ask me. I don't know what their stylist was thinking. Not that I'm insulting them, but it's a little outrageous, even for Super Junior. The establishing shot that we got in like the cool, like, it was like an alley, like a street. Those outfits work fine for this. And then also the outfits that they have in the White Room, I actually don't mind those that much.
I thought the choreography was great because it matches the song, it looks cool in the video. And as for the music video, I didn't like this music video very much. They kind of went away from the usual classy, impressive Super Junior concept, and they went for more of like a EXO-y fashion look, I guess you could say. Much less formal clothes, very casual. And they also had some like weird, ridiculous costuming, I'm sure was for the fangirls. You know, you got a lot of shirtless stuff. I'm pretty sure I saw someone wearing like a garbage bag as a scarf. But you know, what do I know about fashion, so whatever. But the overall look and concept and fashion and everything, the way the video is put together and the color filters, I just wasn't that big of a fan of. I think something more along the lines of Shirt or Blue World or Spy fits them so much better and really allows them to shine.
I like the way this video is shot. I think that the close-ups are in the right size frame. I think they work really well. I like how the camera pans when the members are dancing and they're doing their moves. I like how it goes in and out, gives you like a dynamic feel. And then the overall composition of it, I think, works really well. The lights are nice. I like the lens flares in there, because why not add lens flares? The way it's just shot in general, it's a well-composed video. And the way I look at that, I just look at all the film aspects that they've done and how they composed the music video themselves. I mean, that's what I'm in school for, so this is something I pay attention to. And it gives me pointers as well, so I can learn stuff and how I can video edit it. And so, I mean, I think SM did a great job on the video.
Overall, for me, I really like this song. I think if there was a K-pop's classics type of list, I would say that this song has already made it onto there. Definitely one of the more iconic songs, and part of the reason is Ready to Bingo. No one really knows what it means, and it's completely ridiculous, but I think that's also part of the reason why the song is so iconic, because everyone remembers the chorus like, what were they thinking? What does it mean? So it's one of those things as a K-pop fan, you just kind of accept it, and you're like, okay, that's part of K-pop history.
There's little things that just stand out that just don't make sense to me, but I think overall it is an awesome song. Definitely one of those ones that you have on repeat all the time. It's a great Super Junior song and a great SM song in general.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this new series. We've got 5 more music videos that you voted in. We're going to be doing reviews of all of those in order by how many votes they got. And then after that, we're going to keep doing reviews of older K-pop songs. I'm not sure if we're always going to have a vote or if we're just going to pick some. We'll probably do some of both, have you guys vote, and then we'll just pick some of them too. And of course, we're going to keep doing our regular reaction/reviews, so watch out for those whenever a new music video drops. Please like, comment, subscribe, post to forums, post to Twitter, post to Facebook. All that stuff really helps us out, and I'll see you guys next time.